Hello, welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. It is Saturday midday, I would say. It's not Saturday morning anymore, but it's still pretty early on Saturday. I just got done working out and thought I would say hi and check in. And there were just a couple things running through my head while I was working out that I thought I would pop on and share with you. The first one is really what's kept me motivated to work out during this situation, because when it first, so let me rewind about my relationship with working out. I have never been like obsessed with it. Like I've never been one of those people that like gets all these endorphins and this like, I need to work out and blah, blah, blah. But I've always been somebody who can commit to it relatively consistently because I know that it's good for my body, and I know that I like to eat and drink things that are not as good for my body. So I try to offset those with working out. I know that working out is not going, like it's gonna take a lot of working out to like undo a glass of wine, but it just, in my head, it works as a balance for me. But I have always been a class person. I have never been somebody who like goes to the gym and does my own thing. I have always thrived in a classroom setting, having an instructor tell me what to do and hold me accountable, and all these other people also doing it at the same time. And for the longest time, I was a member of ClassPass, which I still highly recommend if you like a variety and if you're in a city that's maybe a little bit less expensive. I don't know that it's necessarily the best in New York anymore, truthfully, but it's still, I really enjoyed ClassPass when I was a member. And then earlier this year, Sam and I joined a gym and started taking classes at the gym. I was never actually like going to the gym and doing my own thing. I was still taking classes, but it was through my gym. And we were going like 5 days a week pretty consistently for like 2 months. For I would say like mid-January to mid-March, we were going 5 days a week. And so when this all started happening, and truthfully, I stepped back from going to the gym before the gym officially closed, which was even harder because then I was still paying for the gym, but I wasn't actually going. Now the gym is obviously closed, and so I'm not paying, which is helping my mental state anyways. I was like, I've got to figure out how to motivate myself to work from home. And I tried all kinds of free resources. I mean, there's so many to choose from. YouTube videos, people on Instagram, just like literally you can Google things to do at home. And we have a small but workable set of dumbbells at home. We have there's 5 total. We have 5, 8, 10, 12, and 15. So it like we have dumbbells, and I mean, we don't really have a lot of space, but we have enough space that if we push the coffee table out of the way, the two of us can work out. And we have mats, yoga mats. So like we can do things at home, but motivating myself to do things at home was very difficult. So I found 2 things that have really helped me in the last, I would say, week and a half, really get much more committed to working out at home. The first one is doing a program. I need something that has like a structure that's long-term, not just like me picking a YouTube video that I feel like doing that day. I need something that's like, okay, on Monday you do this, and on Tuesday you do this, and like I sit there and I check them off. So I'm actually doing 2 right now. The first one is through Beachbody on Demand. They have a 30-day free trial right now, and I'm doing a lifting program that's 4 days a week. So it's weightlifting 4 days a week, and I've gotten Sam to do that one with me, and that's all he's trying to do is those 4 days a week. And then on the other 3 days, yes, I am trying to move my body 7 days, because I know that like your body needs rest days, and if I was doing my normal movement where I was like walking to the subway and going to work and walking around the office and like doing more than living in 400 square feet, then yes, your body needs a rest day. But given that the other 23 and a half hours of my day, I'm not going anywhere besides my apartment, I feel comfortable moving my body 7 days a week. So then on the other 3 days, I'm doing Couch to 5K, which is the running app that gets you from like not being a runner to running a 5K. And I'm not signed up for anything. It's not for any particular reason other than like it was that perfect balance of giving me that cardio that like to my weightlifting program, while also being a 3-day-a-week program, and then also getting me some fresh air. Although I'm wearing my mask now when I go out for my walk/run, which is it's hard to breathe with a mask on, but safety first. So that's been helping me a lot, is like I check things off or I use my app, and then I feel like I can't skip them. The other thing that's really helped is working on my Apple Watch rings, and I'm trying to have a perfect April, and now so far I'm 10 days in and I'm 10 for 10. Now the moment, knock on wood, if I happen to skip one, like if something happens that I don't do it, then the rest of the month is shot. And I could see myself totally just like blowing it up and just forgetting about it, just being like, screw it, I'm not gonna do anything. So I have to keep on top of it, because that, like, what is it called? Like when you're working on a habit and it's like a habit string or streak maybe, you're like way more likely to keep it up. So that's the other thing that's really kept me going. So I'm excited for my perfect April, and then I likely will just do it again in May, because I don't see anything changing about like my current situation for May. I don't mean that to sound super negative. Like, I am trying to stay as positive as possible, but I'm also trying to stay realistic, because I don't want to like get my hopes up. I think everybody's different, right? I think every person is going to be different, whether you're the person that needs to take this 1 month at a time, and right now like the national order is until April 30th, and then you're gonna, you know, approach May when it gets here, or if you're the kind of person like for me, I'm at least doing 2 months. So I'm doing 2 8-week programs, April and May. I'm going for perfect April and May on my watch. Like, that is what I can focus on right now, and that's really helping me with my fitness for now. So I hope that helps in some regards. The other thing I was thinking about during my workout is like what my plan is for the rest of the day, because I used to have Saturday to myself to film, and I could film whatever time of day I want, and now I have to work around Sam's call schedule. And I don't mean that like in a negative way. I love him, and I love that he's able to continue working from home. He does financial planning, and I'm very happy that he is still meeting with clients virtually. However, our apartment is so small that there is not a space where he could be on the phone with a client and I could be filming and you can't hear him in the background. Like, you can hear him right now. And for the vlogs, I just have had to get over it. There's just no way I was going to be able to vlog properly. There was no way I was going to be able to continue the weekly vlogs in the same fashion if I only did it when he was not on the phone. But for actual videos that I'm having go up on my channel that are hopefully not just real time, like somebody could get value from them down the road, I'm trying to do them when he's not on the phone. And so today that's a little bit difficult because he's got calls like the entire day. They started at 10 and he was like, well, you could do it before, and they end at 5. And he's like, or you can do it after. Or you could do it tomorrow. And I really want to do them today for one reason. And then tonight I'm planning to watch this YouTube premiere from a venue here in New York that I really love. They are taking them down as soon as they premiere. That's kind of like their concept. They're not posting them to YouTube forever and ever. They're premiering them at a certain time and then they're taking them down. So me telling you about it, you can't go back and watch it. I'll tell you the venue and you can go see if any of the other premieres that they're doing them all month, interest you. It's called 54 Below. And if you just go to their YouTube channel, 54 Below, they have all the shows that they're premiering during the month and you can watch them when they're premiering and then they go away. So I'm watching one tonight at 6:30. So like my filming window today is really like 5 to 6:30. So I can only do one video and then I'm gonna have to do my other one tomorrow, which it just is what it is. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Definitely one of the most difficult things. I know everybody, that's another thing I think I've been trying to think about. Everybody has their own difficulties as it pertains to this situation. And I don't want to try and compare difficulties with other people. Everybody has their own difficulties, whether it's health related or job related or family related, whatever it is. And we're not here to sit and debate whose difficulties are more difficult. But for us, ours has been space. The fact that we are in 400 square feet 24/7 together and we both do things that are talking and we both it's just hard. That's our difficulty, is trying to manage our lives as we were used to them in 400 square feet. So I don't want to say like I think this could be easier if we were in a big house, because I think like we would find other difficulties if we were in some giant house, like having to clean said giant house. At least cleaning this place it doesn't take up that much time, but that's definitely one of our struggles right now. That was a much longer update than I intended it to be. I am going to go dye my hair because it's just been too much. And part of me was like, I talked about this I think in a vlog. I was like, is it a waste of $10 and is it a waste of time to do it myself when I'm not going anywhere? And like, while yes, I'm not going anywhere, I'm still seeing people and I'm still making content that will be up for years, I don't know, to come. And so like, it's gotten really bad. Like the roots are really bad now. The fading is really bad. I'm like 2 weeks past what I normally would have done. So I am gonna dye my hair today so that the front facing videos I do tomorrow are much nicer. Oh my gosh. This is the aftermath of my filming. It was insane and I was in a rush and I opened a lot of mail and a lot of packages and there's just a lot. It's now a huge mess. And it is just in time. It is 6:30 on the dot, so I'm gonna turn on the Legally Blonde show that I'm gonna watch and get all of this cleaned up. Hello, happy Sunday. Just thought I would check in while I was looking nice. I did my hair and my makeup today. It still feels a little weird to do my hair and makeup to literally go nowhere. I mean, I was filming, that's why I got ready, but normally I never try and just do hair and makeup just to film. I always try to tack it on to something else, whether that's work or going to a party or going out or whatever it is. I always try to make sure I'm doing my hair and makeup for something else and then happen to film that same day. But since I'm not going anywhere right now, I have to do it for film. I don't have to, I could not, but I feel better and I feel more confident when I do my hair and makeup. So now I'm doing it just to film. So that's what I did this morning. We slept in, relaxed a little bit, and then I got ready and I filmed and then I edited because I need to get a video sent to somebody today. It actually will already be up by the time this video goes up. My plan with me is going up this week on the Moxie Life Instagram page as part of their community series. And so I filmed an intro for that. And that was part of the reason I did my hair and makeup. And then I filmed another video as well. So I would just say hi and show you what I look like. But now I'm gonna get the rest of my Sunday started, which is not glamorous at all. I'm going to go for a walk / run, and I'm gonna clean and do the laundry, kind of just a bunch of household stuff, and then I'm gonna cook some things, and then hopefully finish putting the addresses into the system for the save the dates. I'm not gonna get it done today, let's be honest. It's a big guest list and I'm not gonna get through all of them today, but I'm gonna try and make a dent in them anyway, is the goal. And then tonight we're Zooming with Sam's family on his dad's side, like all of his cousins and uncle, and it should be fun. So that is what my day is shaping up to look like. Happy Easter, by the way, for those who celebrate. If I was with my family, I would usually be celebrating Easter in some way. Usually every year we try to go to a church service, and then we've had Easter dinner with a friend of mine here who celebrates. She cooks. It's delicious and amazing. But this year looks a little bit different. I listened this morning to the gospel. Annie Downs, who I talked about in a weekly vlog, I think one time before, she did something for Holy Week where she read the scripture that was on the right day as part of Holy Week. And so I listened to the Sunday scripture this morning, and then I listened to like a worship Pandora station while I was getting ready, which was really nice. But that's all we'll probably do for Easter. I did buy Reese's eggs though, so it'll really feel like Easter. I also forgot to mention, I sat down at my desk to do something before I was supposed to, as soon as I was done with that vlog, go change and get ready to go for my walk. But I forgot to mention that I'm spending today off of social media. So if you watch my goals video for April, one of my goals was to spend one full day off of social media, and I was originally thinking about making it a weekday, but that just seemed too easy. Like I spend so much of the day working anyway during the week, it just seemed like it would be way too easy to make it a weekday. And then I follow Knockout Print Shop on Instagram, and she has been doing social media free Sundays consistently this month and has talked about how great they are. And so between that and the fact that it was Easter, I was like, you know, it just feels right to take today off. I was afraid though that I would forget, so I actually like turned on like no screen time or whatever it's called on your phone, where it grays out all of the apps so that you can't, well, you can click on it and you can override the gray outness, but if there's a little bit of an extra step that makes you think for a second so that I'm not mindlessly opening up my social media apps. So it is 2:11 now and I haven't checked any social media all day, which I just thought, like, I don't remember the last time that happened. I guess I do. It was in China when I couldn't check any social media for 7 days, but that was the government making it so I couldn't access them, not me trying to exert personal willpower. So pretty excited that I've made it this far, and I'm committed to making it the rest of the day, and hopefully it feels different. You know, I put spending less time on social media as a goal because it just felt like I was spending too much time there. And while I do feel like I've made a little bit of a better shift in what I use social media for and have gotten better about the comparison game and making myself feel bad by looking at everybody else's highlight reels, like I do feel like it really does provide me with inspiration and tips and advice and actual valued content. I also think that it's become such a habit that I spend more time scrolling than I really should to get that valued content. So I'm excited to take today off, and we'll see how it feels at the end of the day. Something came in the mail today. I finally got approval from work. It didn't take that long, truthfully. I just took forever to ask. I was a little bit nervous to ask, but then when I finally did, they were like, yep, here's the budget you have to stay under, but feel free to order a monitor. So I got a new monitor, which will make working from home so much easier. Of course, it did mean that I had to rearrange my desk a little bit. So when I ordered it, truthfully, I thought I was gonna be able to kind of put it here and have it would be covering up this stuff, but it would kind of fit diagonally right here. And that was kind of how I envisioned it going. So when it arrived, it was much bigger than I had anticipated. Obviously my measuring skills are not very strong. But the good news is it fits perfectly in that space in my hutch on my desk. It just takes up that whole space on my hutch. So originally I had this in that space and then kind of nothing next to it, but this holding all of my planners and my pens was in that space. And I thought about moving that over here, but I don't know, I couldn't configure a way for it to work. And then I also needed a place for my actual laptop to plug into the monitor. So I decided to just move it up here and then scoot all the sticker binders over. And then what used to kind of be in this space over here was all of the memory keeping albums. So those are gonna have to get moved to the shelf in the bedroom. And then that set of fake flowers over there. For now, I just have it sitting in front of the TV since we're not really using the living room TV, but I might have to find a new home for those. But for now, I think that this is gonna work and actually kind of makes me excited to work from home tomorrow. I also went ahead and ordered a second mouse with my monitor so I don't have to keep switching my one wireless mouse between my work computer and my personal computer every single day. Also checking in, still no social media. Truthfully, just being very productive without feeling the need to check Instagram every 5 minutes. So went for my walk, I set up the monitor, I did all of the laundry, I cleaned the apartment and put most of the laundry away. The only thing that isn't put away is the sheets. Like I haven't put the sheets on the bed, but now I'm gonna go take a shower quickly. Sam is cooking dinner and then we're Zooming with his family in a little bit. So I'm gonna go get a shower before that happens. All right, we are done Zooming with Sam's family and he's about to hop on a Zoom with some of his Pledge brothers from college. So I'm gonna make 2 things for us to have this week. The first one are these 2-bite chocolate cream pies. This is the 21-day sugar detox daily guide. And this was just one of the recipes that I had bought some of the ingredients for, but not all of them. So last week when I ordered groceries, I decided to get the ones that I needed so that I could actually make these. I'm really excited about that. And then I'm also gonna make some tuna salad. You probably can't see that on my screen. I literally just Googled like tuna salad recipe and clicked on the first one that came up. We have a bunch of canned tuna that I bought actually for one of the 21-day fix recipes that we never ended up making. And so when we ordered groceries, I ordered some celery so that we could make some tuna salad. So it's pretty easy, but I'm just gonna make that and put that in a Tupperware. And then we can have it during the week on sandwiches or crackers or on salad or whatever. All right, so I may have burned the crust a smidge. I did not hear the timer go off. And so I think the bottoms of them are gonna be a little crispy, but I'm hoping they still taste fine. The tops weren't burnt. Like they weren't burnt all the way through. I think just the bottoms. And then I scooped the chocolate mixture on top and then sprinkled some coconut chips. They're actually coconut chips, not coconut flakes. So I think they're a little bit sweeter than just like toasted coconut, but that's all that the grocery store had. So I actually doubled the recipe because I had 2 avocados. And then I'm gonna put the glass one in the freezer and then this one in the fridge. I also have a ton of this like chocolate mixture left over. I don't know if like my bananas were just bigger or like I was supposed to put more in these little cups. I mean, it looks like the picture, right? So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put it in a bowl. It kind of tastes like chocolate pudding. I mean, it's not as sweet as chocolate pudding, but I'm just gonna put it in a bowl and put it in the freezer and see what I'll use it for later. The glasses have a really crazy glare when I look into the camera. So my clear ones, I bought a 2-pack from Amazon, black and clear, and I was wearing the clear ones and the black ones were just in my backpack to go back to the office. And I accidentally put the clear ones in the washer. I think at some point when I was taking off a shirt with my glasses on or my glasses on my head, the glasses ended up in the shirt and just ended up in the laundry and I didn't catch them when I sorted and so they went through the washer and they broke. So now I just have my black ones, which is fine, but they definitely look kind of weird, so I'm gonna put them on my head while we talk. Although I've been wearing them all day, so seeing myself without them looks a little bit weird, but hey, happy Monday. It is just after 5:12 to be exact. The day absolutely flew by. I had a very busy day, 5 different calls and lots of things to work on in between the calls, and having my new monitor was just awesome. And so the day flew by, which was great. So now I get to switch into evening mode. Normally I'm gonna try to walk at this time between work and non-work, but it is pouring outside, so That's not happening today, which is good because I have a little bit of extra to edit. I'm uploading a bonus video this week. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. And then at some point I'll stop and cook dinner and eat dinner and then just enjoy Monday night. We took a break from Marvel, by the way. So we watched Captain America, Captain Marvel, and then all of Agent Carter, the TV show, which was awesome, by the way. And then we took a break to get caught up on all of the other TV shows that we've been watching while there are still new episodes anyways. I saw a Facebook post today that I wasn't even thinking about it, but it was like, keep in mind that once we get to a certain point, there will be no new TV episodes. Just what we have is what we have. So now I'm gonna be really thankful for my movie list. So we took a break from Marvel, got caught up on all the TV shows that we watch. Top Chef, Little Fires Everywhere, the Lego Master TV show. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting. Oh, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. And so we got caught up on all those. And then last night we went back to Marvel and started Iron Man. We both fell asleep and didn't make it to the end. We made it pretty far. I'm pretty impressed, but we didn't make it to the end. So we'll probably finish that up tonight too. Also, yes, at some point I am gonna be editing on my giant monitor, but right now I don't have any hookups to hook up my laptop, my personal laptop with my editing software. All the, like, I don't know what they're called, but all the spaces for cords in my computer, I don't have one that plugs into the TV, but I ordered one from Amazon. But as soon as it gets here, I will be able to edit on the giant monitor. It's gonna be awesome. Although I'm not sure I'm gonna enjoy seeing my face that big. Anytime I see somebody post on Instagram that they're watching me on their TV, I'm like, oh, I cringe a little bit. I used to cringe way more when I vlogged on my phone because the front facing camera on a phone is not great at all. The back facing camera is great. It's actually, the settings can even be better than my like normal camera, but the front facing camera is terrible. And so the thought of that being blown up on somebody's TV, I was like, that's probably not a great quality. All right, another one of my HelloFresh hacks. So not every meal is, you know, a protein and a starch and a vegetable. And those are really easy for me to kind of hack into lunch. And then we have ones like this. This is actually a vegetarian dish. It's just pasta and marinara with mozzarella and basil and roasted peppers in there. So what I did was cooked up the carrot spirals from Trader Joe's that I love. And I was a little sad to use these because it's the last one that's in our freezer and we're just not going to Trader Joe's right now because it's not walking distance. And I put them in. So there was enough sauce to cover both the carrot noodles and the other pasta. And then I just used like a bigger pan than what they had in the picture so that I could fit my additional carrot noodles and put everything on top, and it looks delicious. I mean, it looks like this, except there's just carrot noodles embedded in there. So it doesn't just have to be like a side of vegetables. I will also use mashed cauliflower. Last night our meal had mashed potatoes and I put mashed cauliflower into the mashed potatoes. And you couldn't even tell. It was great. So just some more of my little HelloFresh hacks, getting more vegetables in because I'm not a big fan of vegetables. Hello, long time no chat. The last few days have been a little bit crazy and I have been meaning to check in, and I have so many things that I wanted to tell you and show you and just all kinds of things, but I just kept partially forgetting, partially just getting distracted with things. I've been kind of all over the place, good and bad. Like the last few days have been not necessarily what I planned, both positive and negative. So let's start with Wednesday. Wednesday morning, I did not get up and work out, and I slept in and did the whole like roll out of bed and go straight to work, which never gets me started on a good day. And then work got even crazier this week. I talked a little bit last week that work is crazy right now. Good crazy, but crazy. So by the end of the day on Wednesday, I was like, I am not working out today. And the only thing that got me out of the apartment with some tennis shoes on and just walking at a very slow pace is the fact that I'm trying to close all my Apple Watch rings, which I talked about earlier. But that's what got me going. Like I couldn't miss a day. I had already done it for 14 days in a row and I couldn't miss another one. So I got out and I walked for 30 minutes, closed my Apple Watch ring, and then went home and took a bubble bath and immediately felt so much better and felt like a new person. And then yesterday, got back on track, woke up, worked out, things were going well. I had a packed day of calls. Some of them were kind of a little bit more fun. Like I joined the Cultivate What Matters Zoom call that they're doing right now. If you follow them on Instagram, it's not a set time, or it's not like a consistent time, but they'll post usually a few days in advance before they do it, and you can join on. You can see their whole team, including Laura, and they ask for audience participation. It's not like you're muted the whole time. So I really enjoy it. So that was Thursday morning. And then I also had a call with another coach for something else business related that I'm working on during my lunch hour. And that was really productive and got me really motivated.
and I was feeling really good. And then I had a work call that was a disaster. I'm not gonna go on about it here because it's work, it's private, and I'm not gonna talk badly about anybody that I work with, but it was just crazy. And when that call ended at like 2, I was ready for a drink at that point, but I still had a whole afternoon packed with calls. So finished out my day and poured a glass of wine at like 5:10, and then subsequently did nothing that I had planned to do after work on Thursdays. I was gonna go for a walk. I was gonna organize some things in my apartment. I was gonna cook us dinner, and then we were gonna start the next Marvel movie, and it was gonna be a great evening. That's not what I did. So poured the wine at like 5:10 and started texting with a friend, and she had asked a question, and I thought this is just easier for me to explain over the phone. And one of my goals, weekly goals, is to do a FaceTime with a friend each week, and I hadn't done one yet. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna pick up my phone and FaceTime her and explain it to her via FaceTime. 2 hours later, and I realized that we had chatted for 2 hours, which was great. It was really great to catch up. We talked about a lot of different things, and it was really great to catch up with a friend and to be able to see her face. And she lives here in New York, and so someone I would see in person if we weren't doing this crazy time. And so it was nice to catch up with her and check that off. And because I was in the middle of FaceTiming with my friend, Sam started cooking dinner. So he ended up making dinner last night. We did a HelloFresh meal, and that was great. The dinner was great, and it was great that I didn't have to cook it. So then we ate dinner, and after we done with dinner, we watched the finale of Lego Masters, which I won't spoil if you haven't watched it yet. I also talked about it in my favorites video because it's awesome. You should go watch it. I'm not spoiling it because you don't know who I like and who I don't like. I was a little bit disappointed in the winner. Sam was happy that they won. Regardless, so we watched that, and then I was texting a group chat of planner friends, and somehow it came up to like do a group FaceTime call. Truthfully, I don't remember how it came up, but it did. And then we set a time to do it, and I ended up chatting with some of my planner friends in a group FaceTime call. And so I went from not having any FaceTime with friends this week and like trying to figure out how I was going to check that off in my power sheets to doing 2 in one night. So none of the things I was going to do yesterday happened yesterday, but that's okay. It was still a really, really great day. And then today at work was again a little bit crazy. It was better, but it was still crazy. And I am very much ready for the weekend and for my days to feel different, because the weekend days at least feel different than the weekdays. At least for me, they do anyways. I don't know if you feel the same. The other thing I was gonna talk to you about and show you, and I'll bring you over here, is I started working on, I went ahead and pulled it out to show you. I started working on my diamond paintings. I posted about this on Instagram. Actually, before that, let me tell you how I got it. So I've been seeing ads for this thing for weeks. They were showing me ads to buy one of these, like all the different companies, all kinds of different like resources. And I had been debating it because I kept seeing it, and I thought that it could be a fun way to like spend some time. And truthfully, I was already debating getting one because it just seemed like a good use of time that was like a little bit crafty, but a little bit more structured, and something I could like kind of mindlessly do, but didn't take up near as much space as like a puzzle, because I mean, this is the only table that we have in our apartment. Like I didn't want to get a puzzle. And then Sam from Happily Housewife talked about it on her channel, how she has one and she loves it. So then I messaged her and kind of asked her for a little bit more insight, and she basically talked me into it. So I ended up getting a 2-pack from Amazon. It's 2 different Harry Potter photos. I will try to link it, but truthfully, I think that the one I got is sold out at this point. It did take a while to get to me, but I think that this particular one is unavailable, and I can't really comment on if I like it. I've only done one color so far of all of these colors. I've done this like yellow one, which doesn't have a ton. Like, look at how many of these like black 4s there are. And this took me, I don't know, maybe like an hour total of time to do this amount. So I don't know how much time it's really gonna take me to finish, but I mean, it's nice and relaxing and I enjoy it. And I'm trying to figure out whether it's best to like start in a corner and do all the different colors, or do it like I started doing it and do one color at a time. I still haven't figured out what the best way of doing that is, but I will definitely show you in next week's weekly vlog an update of where I'm at and how much I have finished. It was another good week. Like I, again, feel like I've got a routine that's working for me. I saw an Instagram post that really made me think that I wanted to share with you, and that is to get settled, but not satisfied. Like, it definitely is helpful to get settled in where we're at right now, because we don't know when it's gonna be over. And that is, I mean, all kinds of emotions that different for different people, but
having a routine and a rhythm that works during this time that you and your family can settle into is not a bad thing. It's definitely something I think that's really helpful. However, what the post talked about that I really liked was not to get like satisfied. Like you could still be happy and enjoy life during this time. Let me actually pull up the post because I'm not gonna say it like I want to or like she did that I think is helpful. So like I said, I hope you are settled, but you aren't satisfied. I'm settled into my rhythms, blah, blah, blah. She kind of talks about her routine. But I use this mug to remind myself that I am far from satisfied. I don't want to live in my house alone all day, every day. I don't want to work alone from home. I don't want to watch church through a screen. I want to, and then she lists all these things that she like wants to do that she did before all this happened. And she said, I'm absolutely not satisfied right now. And then she says, but I think that that's good. It's good to remember that this isn't life, but we can make it work. It's good to remember we are more tenacious and resilient than we knew, but that we don't have to love it. Like, it's okay to be sad and frustrated at the situation, but it's okay to also make the most of it and find a routine and do things that you enjoy. So I hope that was helpful to wrap up this week. I'm gonna close out this weekly vlog so I can continue my Friday routine of editing it right after work. That way I don't have to worry about it over the weekend and it's all ready to go. So that is gonna be it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. It's gonna take a lot of working out to working on a habit, and there's like a habit string. String, is that what it is? I'm not weird.
Yes, you are.
I'm not gonna go out about.
I am gonna close out this weekly vlog so I can get it edited.